Greetings, ladies and gents. We're going to do a walkthrough of this old game called Marble Sheep. Nearly 2 years ago I uploaded a soundtrack to this game and I thought, why don't I make a walkthrough? And so, this is my very first walkthrough in this channel. Now, this game is a 3D platformer where you control a sheep trapped in a glass marble through mazes, collecting apples, using power-ups, and avoiding enemies. Kinda like Marble Blast, but plus the characters, physics engine, and storyline, and minus the levels. This game came out in December 2007, and I purchased a CD copy for my 12th birthday in January 2011. It has since been discontinued, and the only way to buy it is through the German version of Amazon. This game has 28 levels, which goes contrary to the trailer boasting 30 levels full of arcade action. So this game's going to be really short. In fact, it was so short that I beat the game on the day I bought it. Without further ado, let's begin. Not a lot goes on in the intro, but that's the way the game was designed, so you'll have to bear with me. Who is eating my apples? It's me, the little sheep. I was hungry. This is what you get for stealing. Ha ha ha. And so the wizard, Firlefanz, puts a spell on Utz the sheep. All for just eating apples that he didn't know were his. Seriously, what kind of punishment is that? Oh no, I'm trapped. When beginning a level, you're greeted with an intro flyby that previews the level you're going to play. To skip, just press the escape key. And given that I've already played this game before, I'm not really going to show the layout for you. So the gameplay is pretty simple. Use the W, A, S, and D keys or the arrow keys to move around. Use the mouse to rotate the camera, and you can use either the space bar or the left mouse button to jump. Each and every single level has apples floating around. You can collect those to earn points. There's also power-ups too. This first power-up is the speed power-up, and when it's activated with the right mouse button, you can run faster. This second power-up, shaped like a firework, is the jump power-up. It gives you a jump boost. It doesn't really make you jump higher, it's just a jump boost, hence the fireworks. This hourglass adds 30 extra seconds to the timer. On the top right corner you can see a timer that's counting down, and once you run out of time, the game is over and you have to start over. And that blue thing over there was a checkpoint. When you fall off, you get to respawn from there. And keep in mind that these levels tend to be slightly longer than the ones in Marble Blast. Surprisingly, this marble is really fragile, so when you fall from a really high distance, you break and have to start over. And in order to prevent that, this soft fall power-up manages to cushion your fall, saving your life. You might notice that the timer on the top right isn't really as fast as you would expect. 1 second there would be twice as long as in real life. That over there is the magnet enemy, which attracts the marble. It's not really someone you would want to be near when you're in a tightrope. Now the fourth and final power-up is the attack, the sword power-up, where you can defeat your enemies by walking right into them. Well, believe it or not, there's actually a second tutorial level. Over there are some birds that the player must avoid, so I'm going to have to time my movements carefully. Believe it or not, the marble can swim. Flesh-eating plants are no food, walking bombs neither. So when you walk right to the bomb, it just simply explodes, sending you flying. It doesn't really kill you, but you can see that those flesh-eating plants immediately ate the sheep and I had to start over. So, like I was saying about the timer being really slow, well, 1 second in this game is pretty much 2 seconds in the real world. So in other words, the hourglass is not giving you 30 extra seconds of time, but rather a whole minute. Now let's see if I can land on this crate. Oh dear, well I didn't really land on the crate at the first time around, but at least I didn't die. Back when this game first came out, there was also a downloadable demo that had 4 levels. Apart from the tutorial level, naturally, this one was one of the 3 others. When I first played the full version here, I noticed some differences. For one thing, at the beginning of the level, there was a ramp, a wooden plank surrounded by barrels, and a bomb enemy. I don't know why they changed this in the full version, but I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Oh well, so much for those apples. They must be sour anyway. Well, that's the end of that as we exit the level. This, to my best memory, is practically the only level where you get to see these red and white mushrooms. When you get close to them, they disorient your movement a little. You see here, I was trying to go straight ahead there, but that mushroom there prevented me from doing that, and veered me to the left. Yeah, disregard that one, it doesn't really add much to the gameplay. Let's see if I can get those apples all the way there. If we could just avoid that bomb monster. Well, that certainly didn't work. Well, dang. Double whammy. They don't seem to be rolling on their own. Oh well. I won't be going down there. Down there are some flesh-eating plants in my way, and so instead I'm just going to take the safer route. Let's perform an experiment. We'll just have to wait for that bird to come over into my way, and once it comes over, I'll activate the sword power-up and try to kill it. Yup, it worked. Let's perform another experiment. Why don't we go back and get that sword power-up to try to defeat those flesh-eating plants? Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Maybe next time. Those fish over there are to be avoided. They will eat the sheep if he comes in contact with them. Amaze thing, or amazing. I may have to look at the original German version to see what they call it. I was trying to perform a wall hit trick so that I could try to jump over these hedges, but it doesn't really work the same way because the game won't allow you to spin the marble while in midair. Yeah, you can see here that the game is not allowing me to jump right after landing from another jump. So it appears that Utz tries to get his footing back after every jump. So every time you jump, you have to wait for a while longer before he can jump again. That's pretty much another difference between Marble Sheep and Marble Blast. Okay, let's get it right this time. Let's wait one at a time before jumping in between. And yes, we finally made it. I'll just time my movement and then... yes! And we made it! Well, hang on tight, boys and girls, this is going to be a wild ride. And a bumpy one. So that's pretty much the end of the grass-themed levels. In our next video, we'll be taking a look at the ice-themed levels. But before we exit for the day, let's take a look at what the original German version for Amazing was called. It's called Irrgarten. I may have to look that up soon, and maybe then I could report back. Well, now that I think of it, one of the things that I just noticed here is these level screenshots are just screenshots. They didn't bother to remove the intro text or the stats. They just simply took a screenshot of the level and what they thought was the best first impression of the level, paste it onto the game's data, and bam, it's a level screenshot. Well, it would have been more effective if they did manage to remove the stats. It's just simply what they did. I cannot change it. Overall, I hope you had fun. I'll see you on the next video where we'll be starting level 13. See you then, everyone.